Hello, thank you. I think I know what you're thinking. You see the boots? You see the karate uniform? And you're thinking, cowboy karate, right? Yeah, come on guys, let's have a little fun with this. Actually, what I'm here to do is I'm here to share some ideas with you, some ideas around barriers. I've spent about 75% of my life in the martial arts world. In the process, I filtered out some principles that I want to share, 8 of them. And I feel that they're very important for everybody. I feel that they're very important to change the world. And the first principle is this. At all times, maintain a teachable mindset. It's called teachable. Teachable, keep an open mind. Be willing to learn and be willing to grow at all times. As a matter of fact, intentionally learn and grow at all times. You don't stop learning when you leave school. On the martial arts mat, one of the ways we teach that is we have our students, when they first begin, take off their shoes. And just so you know, man, I've been dying all day to get these off, okay? So they take off their shoes, and we have them go over and put them on the shoe shelf. And what we do is we tell them, we take all of your problems from today, yesterday, last year, your whole life, and metaphorically stick your problems in your shoes. We want you to enter the mat, boom, with an open mind, an open slate. If you're a more advanced student, come on the mat with a beginner's mindset. The theory behind that is that when they leave the mat after focusing for an hour or 2 or however long that time frame is on themselves growing and intentionally learning, they walk off the mat better equipped to handle the problems in their shoes. So we work very hard in the martial arts with our students at all times to encourage them and guide them to never get stuck behind the personal barrier of having a closed mind. The next principle I want to share with you is the idea of excellence. Just go back into your mind's eye for a moment and imagine that everybody in your life doesn't just do things 70%, 75, average, just enough to get by, but they go to 100 at everything, with their family, with their life, with their careers, their job, at everything that they do. Wow, what a great place. Your teams at work put forth all their effort. They attack life with excellence. And one of the ways in the mat we teach this is we have our new students line up at the back, and it's not because they're bad people. It's because we're taking all the eyes off them so they can get back there and they can work hard and be excellent and not be embarrassed when they mess up. So they can grow and be free to grow on the back of the mat. Not only that, we have the more experienced students towards the front so that they're constantly looking forward to those more mature students, chasing that excellence that's modeled for them on a daily basis on the mat. So we work very hard in the martial arts to encourage and work with our students not to get hung up behind the barrier and settle for a life of mediocrity. Always attack with excellence. The next concept that we work on that I want to share with you is the idea of accountability. Take ownership of your actions. Be responsible for yourself. My best lesson in accountability came from my wife. I've been blessed to win 14 world championships at my craft. Transitioning from student to helper to instructor to school owner and then to competitor. I'm in a world competition and I'm on stage. And I'm going through this. There are 2 divisions I have to win a title called the World Ultimate Breaking Championship. There are 2 divisions. One of the divisions is a creative breaking routine where I break all kinds of stuff, baseball bats, bricks. And the next division is this. It's 8 seconds. You have to use both hands and both feet, and whoever breaks the most boards wins. It's just black and white. So I'm going through this creative breaking routine. I come over to a break where my holder holds these 2 concrete blocks, drops them. I've got to hit them before they get to the ground and break them. It's a speed break, so they're free falling. Boom, I hit them, they break, and I go, ooh, that was good. But ooh, that really hurt. As I hit them, I hit a little deep, and I hit the ulna, and I broke my ulna on the pinky side of my arm. Luckily, the rest of my routine was kicks. I finished my routine, they scored me, and lo and behold, we're in the lead. Yes, we're ahead. My team is so excited. I walk off the back of the stage feeling nauseous. I sit down on the stairs, and my wife comes over and puts her arm around me. She's like, babe, we got this. Just one more division, because believe it, I was behind. I was making up time. I had lost a couple of divisions before, and I had to win these 2 to win this title. I was under a lot of pressure. So I looked at my wife, and I said, babe, this is not good. I broke my arm. I know my body is broken. She says, no way. No, you don't break yourself. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure as I feel like I'm about to lose my breakfast, I'm pretty sure it's broke. So I said, here's what I'll do. I get down, I gingerly try to hold my body weight, and I go, whoa, no way, I can't even hold myself up in a push-up. I said, babe, this is bad. So here we go. I'm like, whew. There's a little piece of me back here that's like, yeah, relief. You can go home, baby. Pressure's gone. I sit back down on the steps. And I'm thinking, my beautiful, loving wife, she's going to say, it's okay, I love you more than anything. Let's go home. We don't need this. But you know what she did? She put her arm around me and she said, you can do anything for 8 seconds. I said, whoa, what a call. What a call to action. What a charge. I'm like, yes, ma'am. That's right, baby. That's right. I got this. So long story short, we move on through the day. I competed in the next division, and we'll come back to that. But the point is, as martial arts instructors and leaders, we work very hard at all times to try to help and guide and personify for our students the idea of not falling behind the barrier of being unaccountable. Be accountable at all times, and my wife held me highly accountable at that point. The next concept I want to share with you is the idea of motivation. What is your motive? What is your why? What drives you? As we pass through different seasons in our life, our motives change. In the beginning of martial arts, for me, my motive was, man, Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, I just want to learn that cool stuff that those guys do. That looks awesome, right? And then I began to transition over to learning some of it. Well, now I don't want to just learn it, but I want to be the best I can be at it. And you begin to see that transition from that painfully insecure little kid to a little more confident young man. And then the next stage in life, the next motive is, I want to create the best students I can ever create. I want them to be amazing in every way possible. And I feel like I'm moving into a new stage now. Still creating those students, but a new stage of wanting to create a legacy and touch as many lives possible. So we work very hard in the martial arts with our students to not allow them to get hung behind, to stay motivated and not get hung behind the barrier of being lethargic. Get up and take action. You know, guys, I have a distinct advantage over you guys today. I hope you guys know that, right? Y'all don't know what it is, do you? It's the fact that I get to stand up here in my karate pajamas and do this TED Talk, and you guys all know you want to be in your pajamas, right? Come on, man. Wouldn't life be better in our PJs, right? Okay. The next principle that we have is this idea of courtesy. Courtesy. My mom gave me some great advice. She says, son, I'd come home from school, beat down, names, all kinds of stuff all the time. Mom, they won't leave me alone. You know what she would say? This was her words. She'd give me a hug and she would say, Chip, kill them with kindness. Kill them with courtesy. Show them love, because apparently somebody else is not. Kill them with kindness. In the martial arts world, we have rules. We require students to say sir and ma'am. Not all schools, but we do. And the reason that we do that is because it's not about the rules. It's not about having, hey, rule, you must follow rules. I don't even like rules. We do that because we want to create habits, and we want our students to be respectful. And we don't want them to get hung up behind the obvious, huge personal barrier of just being a jerk. Right? Right? We're not going to be jerks. Next thing I want to talk about real quick is honesty, and I like to tie honesty closely to the concept of integrity. Being integrated, being one. I'm the same Chip that stands on the stage and speaks today that I'll be in the backyard playing with my kids, that I'll be at the local restaurant ordering my meal. I don't change. I'm honest with myself. But I want you to feel this. I think in today's society, our kids are under more pressure than they've ever been in their entire life. They are inundated and beat down with messages of, you are not good enough, be something you're not. Right? Can I get an amen on that? Right? Yeah. Be something that you're not. We're pushing them away from their honesty and integrity. In the martial arts world, we try to create a culture where it's safe to be you. As a matter of fact, it's encouraged to be you and to be honest at all times and not get hung up in the personal barrier that will hold you back for the rest of your life of being deceitful. Don't be deceitful. Be strong. Be yourself. Next thing I want to talk about very quickly is the idea of inspiration. And I know you're thinking, I think I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, you've already talked about motivation. I did, self-motivation. Everybody take a step back in your mind and think. If everybody, ideal world, man, everybody was teachable, they attacked everything with excellence. They held themselves and the people around them highly accountable at all times, and they were self-motivated. We didn't have to go, come on, man, go do your job. And they were courteous no matter what. They were always honest. What would they be? They would be what they want to be surrounded by, inspiration. And inspiration is the person that walks in the room and brings to life. And I'm going to venture out to say that you all know somebody. You all know somebody in your life that when they walk in the room, the air leaves. It's like a vacuum. Boom. What do? I can't breathe. They're here. And we don't want to be that. We don't want our students to be that. We don't want you to be that. So we want you to be the one that walks in the room, and this is what happens. Thank goodness they're here. Yes. So we work very hard with our martial arts students at all times to not get hung behind the barrier, being a discourager. Don't take their courage. Don't take their heart. And lastly, I'm going to talk about a hugely important principle for all of us. Perseverance. Never give up. Never, ever give up. Testing for my first level black belt, I remember being so fatigued and tired of my instructor saying, I need you to hold that leg up and get 200 of them and don't set it down. And I thought to myself, oh, good Lord, is he talking to me? Oh, me? I'm already tired. And I remember as I'm kicking through those kicks in 198, 199, 200, and I set my foot down and I think in my mind, yes, I did it. And I hear the people roaring around me, yes, you did it, you're there. And it's amazing, the feeling of sticking to something and finishing it. Having that perseverance. It's like after being in that division and breaking my arm and stepping into the next division and not only winning that 8-second division, but setting a new world record. So we work very hard with our students to personify and live out the idea of not getting stuck behind being a quitter. So with all that said, I think you guys get the idea of what we work with our students on at all times. And what we encourage our students to do is whenever they face barriers, is to break through them. Yes! I submit to you that these are not only ideas we're sharing, but these are principles and concepts that if you'll personify them and take them into your life, your homes, your churches, and live them, we can change the world. And it'll leave you forever changed. Thank you.